Bannock County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. Good morning to you. Indiana in the Morning, always presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Linda Mitchell is with us from downtown Indiana. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. Are you dried out after last Saturday?
I am dried out. Boy, wasn't that a great lineup of music, though, for the
Wow.
West Sylvania Jazz and Blues Festival?
Really packed that. I
Amazing.
mean, absolutely, just absolutely
Miss
packed it with
Freddie,
great
the
performers.
headliner, just blew everyone away. She's
Yeah,
incredible.
she
And,
really
and, and
is.
no, Mother Nature didn't cooperate,
Mm-mm,
but we still
mm-mm.
we still had a good day.
The show had to go on.
That's where that saying comes from, I guess. The
The
show must go on,
the
even in rain.
the Delaney Chevrolet West Sylvania Jazz and Blues Festival. So it was
Yes,
good to have a festival back and be able
wasn't
to
it?
be outside, meet with people, and to enjoy some great music.
Yeah, and we did have people who came from out of town who drove up from Pittsburgh. We had one gentleman who came down from Buffalo, New York. So it is a draw. It does showcase Indiana, and I'm sure that we'll see it again next year. And between now and then, we can all check the Farmer's Almanac and, and
Yeah, why not?
see what day might not rain.
Oh gosh, I know. That's one of the curses of festivals in Indiana, it seems.
Yeah.
But those things will happen. Then there will be times you get absolutely perfect weather, like we're going to have this weekend. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
So with downtown Indiana having put that one in the pocket, and of course with every event you learn new things about how to put events on, and I'm sure
Yeah.
there are lessons to be learned from that. One of the lessons is get bigger umbrellas. But you then move forward into the summer with, I'm sure, a pretty big schedule of events and activities to go on again.
Yes, the West Sylvania Festival is something that we help there's a committee that runs it and we support it as we would any event downtown. And now we're moving into some of our events.
Hmm.
We have a third Thursday coming up on June 17th. That's our new event series that we're doing with the Borough and the Arts Council and IUP and the Chamber of Commerce. We have live music in IRMC Park.
Hmm.
And this month it will be Midnight Lights, which is a very popular local band. So
Yeah.
from 5 to 7, you can listen to live music. The stores have some extended shopping hours, so you can do a little shopping. And we always encourage folks to visit one of our great restaurants and get takeout, get a to
Hmm.
go cocktail, come down to the park and just enjoy some good music. And IRMC will be there once again with vaccines. We did over 70 vaccines in May at
Did you
Third
really?
Thursday. Well, I didn't.
We're thankful for that.
I did not do them, but the folks at IRMC came down and wow, what a turnout. It was
Yeah,
just wonderful.
that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's a great, great number.
And they'll do it again in June. So if you need a vaccine, just come on down between 5 and 7. You can sit down and listen to the music and couldn't be more painless.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. And that event, the third Thursday event,
Yeah.
really points out the fact that these businesses have really bent over backwards, A, to stay in business during the
Yes.
pandemic when it was so difficult, but B, to also welcome people back. They're
Absolutely.
getting out on the streets and able to go into the stores. It just is amazing to me how many of these stores were able to stay alive in very, very trying circumstances, and this is a big celebration of it.
It is. We wanted to do something that brought people back downtown, in celebration after the pandemic, and to showcase our great businesses to increase foot traffic. So everyone got together. We, reached out to First Commonwealth Bank, who sponsored all the bands. We reached out to S&T, who immediately said yes to sponsoring some marketing. Luxembourg's Jewelers, who is one of our downtown businesses, is also a sponsor. So everybody has pulled together, the borough, everyone, to
Mhm.
make this happen and really it's really to showcase what a wonderful downtown we have, to
Yeah.
let people come together in community and celebrate.
You don't want to highlight one over another, but First Commonwealth and S&T and Luxembourg's three that you just mentioned,
Yeah.
they have really stepped up in great ways. They've really done some wonderful things over the last year.
Incredibly supportive. Luxembourg's has been supportive of the other downtown businesses, buying restaurant gift cards for giveaways. S&T and First Commonwealth have been incredibly supportive of not only downtown Indiana, but all of our local businesses. So it's wonderful to see that sense of community, and I think that's why all of our businesses came through and survived this
Yeah.
incredibly difficult year.
Yeah, so that's third Thursday. That's coming
Yes,
up on the 17th.
and that'll go through October. So every third Thursday, you know something's happening in RMC Park. There'll be a live band. There'll be something fun. This time around, and Josh, this will be of interest to you. Afterward, at Indiana Players, they're having a Jeopardy-style movie trivia contest. So
Josh
I
got
know,
all excited.
I
Did you
know
see him?
Mr. Widdison is a trivia whiz, so there'll be some prizes. So if you think you're a movie buff, stop by Indiana Players after Third Thursday and compete for some great prizes. They're doing something fun down
Yeah.
at the Philadelphia Street Playhouse. So
Yeah.
it's everybody's getting involved. It's nice to see everybody really pull together and support this.
We should tell our listeners, Josh is behind the camera
I'm
right
sorry.
now for our Facebook presentation of Linda. So Josh is operating the camera. That's why
He's mentally going through his Rolodex of movie trivia right
she
now.
looked directly into the Facebook camera there because Josh is standing directly
Yes.
behind it. Okay, so that's an event coming up in downtown Indiana, and you continue to plan for others?
Yes. So in July, we will have our first Commonwealth Bank Taste and Tour, which we were unable to have last year, but that is our longest running event, and we can't wait to have it again this year. It's one of our most popular. People love. It's a summer tradition. It's a tour of our downtown restaurants. They put out their best samples, and by samples, I mean giant.
I know.
You know, we've
It's
had
like you really have to control yourself at these things.
I mean, by the time you go to all the restaurants and sample, you're ready to come back to RMC and find a chair and listen to door prizes. We've had people say, I've gone to this in other places, and we had like a little cheese and cracker, and
Yeah.
you know, we have people giving out pieces of lasagna, wings. I mean,
It's pretty
so
amazing.
it's a lot of fun, and we'll be selling tickets to that. That is July 15th. So we're really excited to have that event back this year. That's really a fun one. It's summer. Everyone's in a good mood. It's nice to showcase our restaurants. They really go all out with the samples. So it's a lot of fun.
And each of them, of course, because of the pandemic has taught us a lot, and it's
Yes.
taught them as well as everybody else how to safely hold events such as this.
Absolutely.
And to make sure that everybody is distanced enough, and the handling of the foods, the washing of the hands, all of this stuff is we're just at a new level now, so we can be assured that they're going to be safe when they do things like this.
Yes, we'll always have an eye toward safety, and so will our restaurants, and so will our volunteers and our planning committee. So we're very pleased with the events we've had so far this year, have really gone well, and everyone's been very cooperative as far as, you know, distancing, safety regulations. So I think we've learned that we can still gather and we can still have fun together, and we can do it safely.
This is one of those interview segments where really all I have to do is keep saying to you, what's next? Because that's literally what I need to do. What's next, Linda?
What's next? Well, we did have a meeting yesterday, and Tony DiLoretto came, and he talked a little bit about NAF. So I do
Tony.
want to give a little shout out to NAF. They are planning the Northern Appalachian Folk Festival, is what NAF stands for, and that will be September 10th and 11th in the 500 block of Philadelphia Street. And Tony says they are in the process of updating the website. They have some great bands lined up. So Friday night there'll be music. All day Saturday there'll be music. And it's nafinc.org. So you'll want to check in with them periodically to see what's planned. They're going to have their Walk of Fame induction ceremony. Ken Holiday, who we all know as Hiram from Hiram and the Walkers, will be inducted along with some other great folks. And like I said, there's great music. They'll have good food, good beer. So that's something to look forward to in fall.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a lot of fun
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Philadelphia Street. And beyond that, I'm really surprised. We're only looking forward. You haven't said a word about the flower baskets. I thought you were going to
waiting-
bring that up. It's your favorite topic.
You
Todd.
probably saw me leaning back to check out the flower boxes a
To
couple of moments ago. I was waiting for my opening because I didn't want to interrupt the flow there, the momentum that you had going on events. But okay, if you're going to give me that opportunity, I will. The flower boxes look wonderful. They're a little small right now because we haven't had the sun to make them grow all that much. But once the sun comes out this
Yeah.
weekend, they're really going to start to burst forth.
They're really beautiful. We've had a lot of rain, which is good. They need a lot of rain in the first 14 days. So the flowers are from Fouts Garden Center, which is out on Airport Road. So if you see them and you think they're beautiful, you can certainly go out to Fouts and buy some similar flowers. Earthcraft Landscaping, once again, helped us gather all the equipment, lent their expertise. Shanna and Aaron Scordo were wonderful. Justin Sherman helped us plan what the flowers would look like. They all came out and helped us. We had a wonderful group of volunteers. We had the big lifts in the bucket truck. I was up in the lift this year.
Did you really get to go up?
I did. I said, "You'll never get me back out now. I'm off ground crew. I'm in the lift from now on." So we had equipment from Penn Mechanical, Michon Inc., Force Inc. When you see the flower baskets, I hope people appreciate all the work that comes together. Joyce Sharman, who you know, is our design committee chair, so she marshals all of these resources along with Shanna from Earthcraft, and we get it done. There's tons of volunteers. Lowe's donated the soil. I'm not allowed to call it dirt anymore. It's soil or media.
Really?
I finally have learned that. Shanna has finally trained me to say that.
You can say soil. Can I still say dirt?
I think you can say it.
All right.
But it takes a lot. I mean, we bring in all that equipment. People donate equipment that is, really.
It's good dirt.
Takes a lot of effort to get down here. The volunteers all come out. So there's a lot of work that goes into those, and a lot of good people behind that work. So
yeah, and it has an effect. People notice when they come into downtown Indiana. They notice how clean it is, and then they notice how decorated Indiana is in the summertime.
Definitely.
It's just it's a beautiful place to be, and so people come from all around. And when you have events, they come. But then you've got just venues such as the Jimmy Stewart Museum across the street. You mentioned the Philadelphia Street Playhouse. People come in for events in Indiana as well.
Yes, they do. And we do get a lot of compliments on how clean it is. We have a wonderful group of volunteers who also help us pick up litter. And we just have a very beautiful, traditional downtown. I think people often say, it looks like a town from a movie.
Yeah.
So it really does make an impression with people when they come here. They're
almost
just
seems
very
as if,
charmed by it.
Like Jimmy Stewart standing on the front lawn of the courthouse or something
Yes,
like that.
exactly. It's almost like we have an all-American movie star who's from here.
There you go. There you go. So all of that is happening with downtown Indiana.
Yes.
I sort of hate to look this far ahead, but I know the planning goes on for the It's a Wonderful Life Festival, and those meetings are going to increase, and as the event gets nearer, there'll be more and more that you'll be deciding upon and putting that all together. But I don't think people realize that pretty much as soon as one festival ends, the planning for the next one begins for the following year's festival. And so that's still going on too.
Yes, definitely. We can look forward that far to the holidays, to Christmas. And you're right. We've already had meetings about this year's festival. And we're really proud of ourselves that last year, in 2020, which was such a crazy year, we had a wonderful, wonderful festival, and people turned out for it and really enjoyed it. And so we're looking forward to building on that this year. It's the 75th anniversary of It's a Wonderful Life, the movie, so that's going to play a big part in it.
Yeah.
That might be a trivia question they give you, Josh, and I've just given you the answer. So that'll be a big celebration with the Jimmy Stewart Museum, and we think we may have found our tree.
Already?
So, yeah, great. I just saw Greg Van Horn from the Christmas Tree Growers last night, and we looked at a picture of a tree someone is willing to donate to us. So
good for you.
So it's June, but we're thinking of Christmas.
That's a good plan. That's a good plan. Let's not think too quickly about that.
You're right. We've got a lot of
away.
Fun stuff to get through before then.
Linda Mitchell, downtown Indiana. Thanks for coming to visit.
Thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160.